Today I want to talk about primitive camping at the Ray Roberts Lake Bois unit. Specifically, I'm going to be looking at the Hawthorn unit, and I want to look at sites 4. Site 4 is going to be the one I'm predominantly going to focus on, but I'll also talk about sites 8, 9, 12, and 13 ever so briefly, just because there were some other sites that I'd considered. And so hopefully this will help someone else that's looking to pick a good site. Hope you enjoy. So this is at the Isle de Bois at the Ray Roberts State Park in Texas. Right now I'm currently looking at site number 4. And so site number 4 was appealing to me because it's particularly close to the parking lot. I think I measured it out to be approximately 50 steps. I liked it because it was also pretty open. So if you have a large number of tents, a group of tents you need to set up, this space seemed to accommodate it pretty well. In my case, I'm going to be taking a scout troop out here, so we needed something that could hold more than just 1 or 2 tents. This site also has access down to the lake, so there's a short little cleared path that you can take on and go all the way out here. As you get closer towards the lake, down here, there is a second clearing. You can see it a little bit on the map itself and through the video, that if you needed extra space for tents, you could probably set up here as well. So even within the confines of the 8 people per site, you could probably safely and easily set up 4 or 5 or even 6 tents. Right now the lake is especially low, but so there's kind of a sandy beach down here and a place for the kids to play. So this is site number 4. I'm going to start to head back. I switched cameras. I switched from recording on my Android phone to switching over to a GoPro knockoff. I wanted to test how this works. You can see from the quality and the shakiness of the video, it is subpar, so this will probably be the only time you see a video with this one. Wasn't real pleased with it, but at this point I'm heading back into the campsite. Got the fire pit and the table. The downside of this site is I only saw one place that you could really set up a hammock between the 2 tents that you saw there. There's the parking lot I was making reference to also. But there's not really a good place if you're a hammock camper. There's not a whole lot of options at this site. So those 2 trees are particularly close to each other. And so even there, it's really just not a good site for hammock camping. So we're going to leave the campsite, come back out towards the main trail. All of these are what's considered remote sites, so they do not have water directly at the site. You'll need to walk a little ways to get it, but part of the appeal of site number 4, and again the reason I chose it, is because as you're going to see, as it starts to come into view here, the water is just a short distance away. It was probably about another 30 or 40 steps, maybe, if that far, to get from the site to the water. So there's my water spigot. Site number 8, this is on the other side by the bathrooms. I like this site in terms of being large, but it's kind of close to the trail. Site number 9, not real good for a group camp, but super close to the water, and so you can see where the water spigot is in relationship to the camp. Site number 12 was nice because it was back away from the trail a little bit. Didn't have a lake view, but it was a really nice site with lots of trees, and I enjoyed it. And site number 13 was fantastic because it had a phenomenal view of the lake. It was a little bit further away from everything else, particularly the water in the bathrooms, but really, really, really great view.